few days ago, I posted this video. What's going on, traders? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down two USD Japanese yen trades that I took last week, one on the high time frames and one on the low time frames. And on that video, I got this comment. Now, when I got this comment, I realized I was probably doing traders a disservice if I didn't talk about what trading is really like. Now, I made clear in my reply that I don't make 10% every 2 days. These trades were great, and sure, I do take quite a lot of great trades, but the reality is I also take losses, and I also have weeks where I don't make much at all. And this is the same for every trader. Trading is not a super linear path to success. There are going to be good phases and bad phases. You're going to take wins, you're going to take losses. And I believe that most beginners have massively disproportionate expectations of what they should be looking to make in terms of profit targets. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to talk you through what realistic profit targets are, realistic win rates, and basically give you an insight into the reality of trading so that you can understand what your realistic expectations should be. So first of all, let's talk about profit target. So the majority of traders, I believe beginners, are looking to make 5%, 10% per week, okay? Traders believe it's possible to make 20% a month, every single month, potentially even more than that. Now, if you're one of these traders, I hate to say it, but this is simply not possible for 99% of people. Now, sure, there may be some people out there who can maximize profits and really make a lot of money by looking at 20% months consistently, but I don't really believe there's many traders doing that. And even these traders will have losing weeks or losing months. Now, the vast majority of winning traders, including every single one that I know, goes through good streaks and bad streaks. And if you read books like The Market Wizards, where you look back at some of the most famous traders in history, they go through the same process as well. They're going to have months or weeks where they do very well. They'll also have months or weeks where they don't do so well, and maybe they lose some money 1 week or 1 month instead of making any. And this is just how trading is. So this is only one man's opinion, but what do I think is a realistic profit target that you should be reaching for? Well, I've been thinking about this throughout my whole career of how much should we really look to make in trading, and the ballpark figure that I've come up with is around 5 to 8% per month. If you can do between 5 and 8% per month, you have a successful career on your hands. Because if you're undercapitalized, you can go and get funding, and then with that funding, if you can make 5%, let's say you get funded $100,000, you're making $5,000 a month. Okay, from there you can scale up. If you get to $1 million in funding, that is $50,000 per month. You don't need to be hitting 5% a week or 5% a day. Now, the problem comes here when traders are using small accounts. If you're using a small trading account, 5% feels like absolutely nothing, especially if you make it in a month. Let's say your trading account is $100. If you do 5% a month, you're making $5 a month. Most traders can't settle for this, so they're looking to make 50%, 100%, 500% in a month instead. Now, this leads to a whole host of problems, generally by blowing their account before they get anywhere at all. But more importantly, it instills terrible habits within a trader's mind, where now, instead of being focused on the larger picture and building consistency, they're simply drawn into trying to flip their small account. They're looking for short-term monetary gain, and as a byproduct of this focus on short-term monetary gain, they're totally forgetting about the bigger picture. They're not thinking about the future. They're not thinking about the possibilities if they were, for example, to get access to funded capital and then make 5%. So a good way to look at this is, let's say you have a $100 account, or even a $1,000 account for this example. If you make 100% on your $1,000, you've only made $1,000. And the likelihood is, while you're pushing to make 100% of your account in a short time span, you're just going to lose your $1,000 anyway. If instead of focusing on this short-term gain, you focused on the future, you save some money up, you potentially put some into funding challenges. If you could get access to $100,000, if you make 1%, you've made $1,000. And it's a lot easier to make 1% than it is to make 100. So I urge you, if you are stuck in the cycle of trying to flip small accounts, potentially losing them, or maybe even if it's working out slightly for you and you're up 100% or so, think about the future. Don't think about the short-term monetary gain now. Think about the opportunities that will arise in the future if you can build good habits now. So to sum up that part of the video, the answer to my question, what kind of profit targets should traders be realistically looking to achieve? Well, in my opinion, it's between 5 to 8% a month. If you can do that, you have a career on your hands. Don't push yourself too hard. And remember, if you're on a small account now, don't worry. Try to master that with small risk, and we're talking 0.5% risk or 1% risk here. And if you can build that skill set on your small accounts, when in the future you do get access to larger capital via funding or via saving money, you have a career waiting for you. It then just becomes a case of getting access to the capital. And remember, with proprietary trading firms today, we have a great opportunity where we can enter the market with a small amount of money and come out the other side with a large amount of money. And we don't bear the risk for it either. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to talk about in today's video is win rates. What is a good win rate? Now, I see so many beginners getting frustrated when they take a losing trade, and I think they're expecting to win potentially 80 or 90% of all the trades they take, because the level of frustration I see in traders when they take one loss is pretty wild, considering I've been down the journey and I understand what real trading is like. So I have a few acquaintances, let's call them, online in the social media space for trading, and I know a fair few traders that are actually trading full-time. Okay, so just to talk about their win rates and my win rate, the average that I see is between 30 to 50%. Okay, I know traders winning a full-time career, making consistent money with a 30% win rate. My win rates are around 50 to 60% across my different systems. My long time is around 52% with all systems combined. So that essentially means every time I take 10 trades, I lose 5 of them. And even then, I'm able to make money due to the risk-reward edge that I employ into my system. So the point I'm making here is, as you just heard, I know traders that win long-term with a 30% win rate. Every time they take 10 trades, they win 3 and lose 7. But they're still making money. So just understand, if you are losing, let's say, 5 out of every 10 trades, you're still doing fine. Now, you will probably find things within your system that you can remove or add in to build your probability edge. That will increase your win rate, and then you'll take less losing trades and more winning trades. But just know, if you're right 4 or 5 times out of 10, you'll be doing just fine. And if you're right 6 or 7 times out of 10, you are doing brilliantly. Now, of course, there are outliers. Some people do trade with 85 to 95% win rates. However, these traders generally trade very low risk reward. Okay, I know a few traders who do this as well, but some of them actually trade negative risk reward strategies. So the only thing that keeps them profitable is the massive win rates. This goes to show it is possible to make money whether you lean on the risk reward edge or the probabilities edge, but understand that you don't have to have these super high win rates in order to be a successful trader. And a quote that I really love from a famous trader called Peter Lynch: in this business, if you're good, you're going to be right 6 times out of 10. You're never going to be right 9 times out of 10. We are trading a probabilities game here, which means losses are inevitable. So if you are only winning half of your trades, I want you to sit back and understand that this is totally fine and actually incredibly normal and very typical amongst successful traders. So all you need to do is make sure you keep your mindset and your risk under control and build a system that focuses on risk reward edge, and you'll do just fine. So guys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to talk on some important points to make sure that you understand the realistic expectations you should have as a trader. Trading is not all glitz and glamour. It's not a linear process. Losses are going to happen, bad phases are going to happen, and you're probably not going to make as much of a profit percentage return as you expect right now if you are a lesser experienced trader. But understand, none of these things matter in the grand scheme of building a successful trading career. All you need is a system that will print money in a long enough time span with a positive expected value. If you can backtest and build a strategy that is going to generate 5 to 8% a month on average for you, that means some months may be bigger, some months may be smaller, but your average return will be around 5 to 8%, and you can be right 4, 5, or 6 times out of 10, then you will do just fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit more of a relaxed one than usual, but I thought this was a very valuable talking point to go through for a lot of traders. So thank you for watching. If you've watched to the end, drop a like. Let me know in the comments what you think about this topic, and I'll see you in the next video.